With that, settle in and brace yourself, because we're about to take a look at some of the craziest and weirdest weather events ever caught on camera. Cappuccino Sea. If you've ever visited the beach, you've probably seen a rogue patch of sea foam. This freaky froth is a natural phenomenon that occurs when high concentrations of organic matter in the water, like seaweed and algae, is tossed around in the wind and the waves. This traps air into it, producing miniature bubbles that accumulate in the bizarre brown froth. It isn't usually harmful, but that doesn't mean seeing Froggy Beach in Australia turned into one giant cappuccino is any less unnerving. It may be natural, but that looks weirdly unpleasant. Not as unpleasant as what this guy's about to go through. Suds up.
That is so good. Where is he?
Just imagine being completely consumed by a load of dirty, frothy, salty foam that has the consistency of whipped cream. Ugh. While the majority of the sea foam isn't toxic, some countries, like the UK, dump large amounts of untreated sewage straight into their seas and rivers, which can create toxic froth on the waves. Seeing how it's almost impossible to tell the two types of foam apart, I think I'll stick to the sun loungers, thanks. But what would you do? If you dive right in, hit that like button. If you'd stick to the sun loungers like me, hit that subscribe button. All done? Great. What weird weather phenomenon have we got next? Uplit lightning. We all know that lightning strikes start in clouds and either streak across the sky from cloud to cloud or hit the ground, right? But if that's the case, how do you explain this? No, you're not going insane. The lightning spidered up from the ground. This is a phenomenon called upward lightning, one that scientists don't fully understand. What they do know is that these upward strikes spring from the tops of tall structures and are triggered by other strikes in their vicinity. According to simulations, these other strikes enhance the ambient electric field around the structures, enough to trigger a lightning strike starting from towers as short as 10 stories. Well, the scientists may not fully understand it, but I know that I'm moving to a ground floor apartment pronto. Freezeway. Lake Michigan, one of North America's 5 Great Lakes. With a mammoth 3,200 miles of shoreline, this lake is home to around 100 lighthouses. And that might seem like a lot, but the weather here fluctuates so much that every last one of them is essential. You see, while the Midwest can receive heat waves that stretch into triple digits, it can also experience Arctic fronts in the winter, with temperatures well below zero and winds exceeding 45 miles per hour. This can drive waves on the lake to crash more than 20 feet over buoys, markers, and lighthouses. But as cold as that looks, it's nothing compared to what the blistery freezing fronts, often more than 20 degrees below zero, leave behind. The freezing water that was crashing against these structures is frozen solid on them and on their piers, leaving them coated in incredible swaths of ice. Some years, the coating the lighthouses receives isn't much, but on others, it has to be seen to be believed. It was so thick in 2019, for example, professional climbers were able to film themselves hacking their way up the side of them like they were mountains. They look like castles plucked from another world. Wait, hold up. Isn't this where Elsa from Frozen lives? Great. Now I'm gonna have Let It Go stuck in my head for the rest of the week. Tsunami ice. Beachfront properties can boast incredible views all